Do it.
Um, Today I am speaking with the one and only Yoni Gelfand,
Yes, sir.
and I will call him the next Yoni G. Yoni G.
Sometimes.
Yoni G.
Yes,
And
sir.
before we get started, I would love to play one of my favorite songs. Can I?
Let's do it. I can't hear it so well. On TV. On TV. I just wanna lost and fade. Ooh. Thank you.
It was one of the best songs I ever heard.
Wow.
Um,
Thank you. That's high praise. When did you hear it? Like the first
uh,
time?
when you released it, 2 weeks? No. When did you release it?
So we released a song at the end of 2023, so 2 years ago, but the video just came out a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow. So you heard it with the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good one. I appreciate it.
Um, um, let's get started.
So
Where did you grow up and where do you live now?
so I grew up in Muncie, New York. And I went to school in Riverdale, but I live now in Teaneck. So I got married and moved here in Jersey. Yeah.
Um, where did you go? Where did you go for elementary and for high school?
So I grew up a little modern Orthodox. I went to SAR Academy and SAR High School. So kindergarten through 12th grade, I was in SAR in Riverdale. Do you know SAR?
No.
It's like modern Orthodox co-ed school.
Hmm.
So I went there for 12 years. Yeah.
Did you go for? Did you go to base Medrash or did you go to college?
I went to um, Oraita. So it's like a year in Israel, a year and a half. And then I went to Baruch College. So I went to college instead of base Medrash.
Oh. Um, at what age did you start singing, and how do you use it in your performance now?
Wow, it's a good question. I feel like for as long as I can remember, I was into music, into singing. My parents used to sign me up for like choirs. And I would like kick and scream, and then they would uh they would send me there and I would love it. And I would always love performing, even though it was like a little nerve-wracking. But my parents always like made me sing weddings, they made me sing events. Like whenever there was a chance to, get on the mic, they made me do it against my will. So then I just that naturally like developed my love for it. So now I just love performing weddings. I'm doing shows and yeah, all that.
Wow. Um, how did you first get drawn into music, and how did you first get started in music?
It's great questions. I mean, again, I was always into music. My parents are very musical. My family's musical. My
Oh,
sisters have really good taste in music, so I would listen from them. And yeah, I mean, over COVID, I was like thinking of what to do with my life, and a lot of people just started asking me to sing at their weddings because they love the way I sing, but they like didn't have a budget or they were throwing together a wedding because of COVID. And then 2021 was when all the weddings were like happening and people needed wedding singers. So I just started learning all the songs, getting better at wedding singing, and then that like took off. And then during that time, I recorded a lot of music, and it just keeps building every year. Thank God.
um, what kind of theme or message are you trying to promote, and how do you connect with your audience?
What theme am I trying to promote? I'm definitely trying to promote a different twist on Jewish music. You hear a lot of the same type of artists doing the same type of thing, having the same type of image. Buttoned up, super from Hashem Hashem. I'm trying to take a little bit of a different approach where it's like adding different secular themes to Jewish music, whether that's country music, whether that's praise themes. Um, I take a lot of inspiration from like Christian rock artists, obviously not doing the Christian thing, but a lot of them have like rock and country and beautiful thematic elements that I try to, put into Jewish music. So I'm definitely trying to expand how Jewish music would sound. That's number one. And number two is just self-expression. Like I love performing, I love singing, I love doing it. And if I could inspire other people to put out music or get into art and maybe like not pick traditional 9 to 5 jobs, I feel like I did my job well.
I want to give you a big compliment because I think you are much better than most of the singers out there now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, I love all the Jewish singers, but I think a lot of them go towards the same path. So I'm trying to but I
You are
appreciate the
much,
compliment.
you are much better than most of the singers out there. I can name maybe a couple.
You don't have to. I love all of them. They're good friends.
Oh yeah. Um, how many singles or albums do you have out now?
Um, okay, so I mean, before I did Jewish music, I was doing a lot of secular music. So on my Spotify, you'll see if you go back enough, there's like probably 4 or 5 songs that are completely not Jewish, secular songs about like not about God, not about Jews. So I would say there's 5 singles from that, and I would say 4 or 5 singles of Jewish music and a few features. So I don't have any albums out yet, no EPs, but
Uh,
just single by single is what I'm doing right now, and hopefully by middle to end of next year we'll have a full length album out.
wow. Um, what do you do when you are not performing?
So when I'm not performing, I do music mostly full time. I'm booking clients, setting up events. I'm a chazan on the weekends, but I'm also getting my life insurance license. So I'm getting my insurance to sell, I'm getting my license to sell insurance, sorry. And yeah, hopefully that goes well. But I'm doing both. Thank God they're both good.
Yeah. Um, hold on. You book singers? You have a lot of singers you know of?
Do I book them? Yeah, I sometimes book other singers. Like if let's say a client comes to me and they say they need singers for Shabbat, I'll book like a couple of my friends and we'll come and sing. Also for weddings, I book like other instruments. So if you come to me and say I want you to book a band, I could do that too. But like other big artists, no, I don't book them. I just hopefully sing alongside them.
Oh, you don't know any big artists.
Well, I once booked Moshe Tischler for a wedding, but that's because the client just wanted me to book him instead of him doing it. So if that counts, then I've once booked Moshe Tischler.
Uh, Um,
Shout out Elon Schnitzer,
how,
manager.
yeah. How do you use your faith in your music?
My faith in my music. For songs like Shifty, Amachad Hoshia, it's definitely like I I pulled a lot of that inspiration from like October 7th, anti-Semitism, stuff that Jews go through around the world that resonates with me a lot. Um, I have a lot of like Hoshea, for example. It's a lot of songs like Save Me, Save Me, like My Heart's Broken. Amachad is like being triumphant, about having a nation, we're all one. I think unity, community, and like fighting against anti-Semitism is something that deeply resonates with me. Um, Faith in God is also. I admit that I struggle a little bit with writing songs about God specifically, just because I don't want it to sound corny and I don't want it to sound like something that's been done already.
Yeah,
But I'm actually working on a song now called Sama for like Sama Nafshi Elohim, and I think it's going to be really good. Pulls from a lot of inspiration about wanting to be one with God, and I think it's shifty also. It's like all that I ask of you is that you stay with me. So I think that stuff, like staying with me during hard times, is like something that I pull from.
yeah. What's your favorite part about the creation process?
The creation process.
Yes.
So I have this producer named Avi Turner. He works with a lot of artists in the Jewish world. Aryeh Kunstler, Nissan Black. He works with Alex Clare. So he's worked with a lot of people. And when we get in the studio, we usually get into a good place of music making. And he does a lot of the production. I do a lot of the writing, and then like we kind of mix. So he'll add his 2 cents about the writing. I'll add my 2 cents about the production, and we make really good things together. Um, So the creating, like the magic in the studio is like probably what I like the most. And I admit that like around release time, like I'm sitting on probably like 3 or 4 complete songs right now, but releasing them is always like the scariest part because after I make it, I've like already experienced like the most fun parts of it. So it's tough to actually get it out, but working on that. Um, but yeah, the creative process is definitely my favorite in the studio.
Wow. What is your favorite song of your music?
Uh, of my music. I'll go one secular and one Jewish. So my favorite secular song that I've written is called Monday. If you see on my Spotify, I don't know if you're allowed to listen to non-Jewish music, it's okay. But I have a song called Monday. It's about like not wanting to like grow up and work and like still want to be a kid. I think that was my favorite song I ever wrote in the secular. And in the Jewish, there's so many because the stuff that hasn't come out yet, the stuff is really good. So I have a song Ani Mami that hasn't come out. I have a song called Kugel that hasn't come out. It's a song about like Kugel. It's funny. But the songs that have come out is probably Amachad, I would say.
Okay. Um, who did you get inspired by both Jewish and non-Jewish singers to start singing?
Well, to start singing. Growing up, definitely I'm gonna rattle off a few. Shashela, Slave to Horror were like my two growing up. My parents would play them all the time in the car. Chevra for sure. Who else? Blue Fringe, Moshav Band, A.B. Rottenberg. And now I guess like I'm friends with these guys now. I respect Mordechai Shapiro a ton. I know him personally, good friend of mine, and like just incredible talent and like great view on the world. I love Benny Friedman. Moshe Tischler's voice is out of control. So I pull from a lot of people. Yosef Gestetner is the person I do Shifty with. Also, a ton of inspiration. The way I daven, the way I look at Jewish music, the way I pronounce certain things now. It's a lot to do with him. But the like yeah, growing up, those all of those were huge for me.
Wow. Um, can we talk after the interview? I would love to talk to you.
For sure.
Okay, then. Um, why did you decide to become a singer?
In 2022, I was going through like a lot of mental health stuff. And I think a lot of it had to do with like not reaching my potential or seeing a future where like I didn't do what I loved. And I think that like it just had to happen. Like I had to just put out music. Like I didn't even want to put out Jewish music at all. I was actually turned off to the idea. After like my first two or three songs, a lot of people were telling me that I had to write Jewish music, and I was like not into it because I felt that like I wasn't at the same religious level or the same image level. Like I didn't wear a white shirt. I didn't like thank you Hashem. I wasn't like into that stuff. So I felt like there was really no place for me in the Jewish world, but I had to make music right away because I felt like I was like dying if I didn't. And then October 7th happened, and I realized that like the secular world wasn't the world for me. And a ton of inspiration just popped into my head about specific songs, and I had Shifty for a while, but never really wanted to release it. So Yosef Gestetner said like, "Can I release it?" And I was like, "Sure." And then he was like, "I want you to feature on it." I was like, "Fine." And then we brought it to Avi, and it exploded, and I like never looked back. So yeah, I would say the secular stuff. Yeah, it was because like I was like, I have all these songs, I need to put them out, and then the Jewish stuff was because like October 7th, like whatever, all that stuff.
Wow. Um, are you coming out with any new stuff?
Yes, I am. I have a song coming out called Sama. I have a song coming out, Ani Mamin, Kogol, like I said. I have a song called Too Much, but it's very much like secular energy. So I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to fare, but I might put it all out into an album. I might go single by single. I might do video by video. So the
Yeah.
way in which I want to release it is still a question mark, but it's 2026 is going to be the biggest year of releases. It's going to
Wow.
explode, I think.
Who did you record with and who did you perform with?
Record. I recorded with Avi Turner and a lot of pianos from Seth Meza, if you know him. Pianos from Yo Mace, if you know him. Who else? Um, and just a lot of Avi playing piano, guitars. I did Arya Kunstler did a ton on my stuff. This guy from Israel who we outsourced to, who plays with Ishai Rebo, did a lot of the recording side. I'm trying to think. This guy Barak on drums from Israel also. A lot of the people we outsource instrumentation from is from Israel. But the live stuff primarily, do you know Gavi Cement? He's my guitarist. Johnny Jerome, my drummer. Jacob Spadaro from Energy, I do a lot with. Live stuff. And then any bands, like for weddings, any bands that every band I've worked with.
Oh, you work with any band and every band.
Yeah, so the top three that I on my bucket list to work with, bands that I haven't worked with yet, are Mendy H, Freilich, and Zaltz. So hopefully I can work with either of them. That'd be cool. Those are the bucket list
Um,
bands.
yeah. Um, how do you come up with your songs?
So it's a great question. I think a lot of
Hold
artists.
hold on. I skipped one question.
Oh,
At
perfect.
what at what age did you start performing live?
I performed live for a lot of like choirs growing up. Uh, that would be like bar mitzvah age, even younger, but I don't really count that so much because it's like I have one solo and then somebody speaks and then like the whole choir sings. I did my first performance in high school with like a battle of the bands. I don't know if you know that what that is, but it's just a bunch of bands compete.
It,
And I
yeah.
actually won my sophomore year in high school. And funny enough, Avi Turner was actually played drums for me. But that was the first time I performed live. Loved it. I performed with that band a few times throughout high school, and then I was doing a bunch of weddings in between then. So if you count that, but my first actual show with all my original music was at August 2023. I did a show at the Bowery Electric in the city, just like my music, my band. Um, Sold out show, 250 people. It was great.
Wow. Get back to the question. how did you come up with your song?
Um, it's a good question. So a lot of artists do like get like which I don't do, but I think a lot of artists do, which is fine. They get like an instrumental from another DJ or producer and say like, "Hey, hop on this. What do you think?" I'm definitely not that doesn't like that's not the way I do it. I usually just have a melody in my head, and then once I get a chorus, I'll build the song around that, and then the song will just create itself. So I just get like a humming thing in my head, and then I'll like scat lyrics to it. So I'm like, "Na, na, 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 I can-" so the way like Amachad worked was I was like, I can never leave the home I was once from is like a lyric from Amachad, and that just popped into my head, and then the whole song was written in like the day.
Wow. Um, what countries have you performed in?
Countries.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot in Mexico, Germany. I've done a wedding in Israel. Um, I performed in Spain, but like very off the cuff, so it wasn't really like an actual performance. But yeah, I sing a lot with like Yosef Gestetner, David Farhi, Shimmy Back in a group called Collab. So we've done a bunch. We did Dubai, we did Morocco, we did Mexico a ton, Canada. Um, but yeah, my favorite was Israel for sure because I got to sing a wedding there. That was fun.
Oh. Um, what kind of clientele do you sing for?
Primarily Orthodox, whether that's modern or like more from. Um, yeah, a lot of modern Orthodox in the wedding space. And then when it's with like groups, it's more like from clientele, like Lakewood or Brooklyn or Muncie.
Wow. Um, last question. What words of inspiration do you have for the world?
The world. I think just trust in who you are, trust in the process of finding out who you are. You don't have to work a 9 to 5 job to make money or to feel like you belong in the world. Um, you can go slow, don't be too hard on yourself, and just have fun. Like I feel like the world stopped having fun, so I think we got to go back to that.
Yeah. I would love to thank you for coming on, and I am honored to interview the next big Jewish singer.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is awesome. I appreciate it.
It was amazing for me to interview you because you are going to be the next biggest singer out there.
Thank you.
I by the time if you got so big, I wouldn't be able to interview you. Now I am honored when you are not so famous to interview you when you get famous. I
You can interview me again when I'm famous. Totally. I'll allow it.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Pleasure. Have a good day.